Hey chat, how's it going? Welcome to today's stream. Something a little different for you all today. I guess I'll talk about that when we start properly. But first, let me say hello to everybody here. I see Red, Gumby Time 2008, Rwise Art, Lucien Vella, Bori ES. Good to see you all. Welcome everybody. You might be able to hear my voice. I have a cold at the moment, which is making it very hard to hear myself. Very often when I get a cold, I get kind of a sinus thing going on. So I might sound weird because I actually can't hear myself at all today. But I hope it won't affect my model making ability today. Because yes, as the title of the stream gives it away, we're going to be making some GUNPLA today. We're going to be making a miniature giant robot. I can see some questions in chat already, so I guess before we jump into it for real, I'll mention I am both a Gundam noob and a model kit noob. So my my familiarity with Gundam is somewhat limited. I've seen some of the original series, like the 1979 or whatever it is one. I've seen War in the Pocket, and I've seen, what is it, 08th Team, or whatever that one's called, the short series, and enjoyed those a lot. But I've never really dived into the many other series that exist out there for Gundam. And in terms of model kits, it is even more of a entry-level thing for me. Way back in the day, when I was in secondary school, which is like high school equivalent here, I made a couple Warhammer figures because a lot of my friends at that time were really into Warhammer. I never really got into Warhammer, but I did enjoy making a couple of kits before. But those kits are quite different to the way that Gundam gets put together. So the GUNPLA I'm going to be putting together today, I bought maybe 10 years ago. There was a place that was shutting down and they were getting rid of some stock. And I'd always been interested in making Gundam, but I'd never done it, and I was always kind of a bit nervous of how intimidating it always seemed. And I bought this kit, and I started making it, and then I think it was right around the time that I was moving. So I kind of like boxed it back up, and then it stayed in storage. It stayed in a box of stuff that I never unpacked all that time, and I'm gonna try and finish it today. Who knows how feasible that is? I'll show you what is done currently, and I'll show you what's left. And I will put a big disclaimer up top. If anybody has any experience about making GUNPLA or model kits, your advice will be much appreciated. I apologize if I get anything wrong. I am not an authority on this at all. This is really my first time, so let me switch on over to the webcam view so you can see what I'm seeing. There we go. You might notice this is a slightly different setup to my craft stream I did. It's been a heck of a week. My laptop also broke. So when I was doing my craft stream, I was on my workbench because I could put my laptop over. Hi everyone. I could put my laptop over on the desk and I could see chat. I'm at my normal streaming desk now. That's my computer screen there, which is a tight space, but it should just give us enough room to do this. Also, hello to Elite Octo, Lord of the Sixth String, Mercury Angel, who are joining us. And Doug, hey Doug. Okay, so here is the kit that we're going to be working on today. Hopefully I can get this box in frame. Look at this thing. How could I resist this box? So there is all sorts of, hey Movies XP, all sorts of different kinds of Gundam from the different series, and they all have very different looks. Again, I'm not super knowledgeable, but my understanding is this is like a prototype Gundam. In the lore of Gundam, this was like a an early version. You know, it's got the chest piece that's very famous from the kind of the original Gundam design, but the helmet's quite different. I think this was some kind of like prototype mass-produced model Gundam. This kit's from 2002, so it's quite old now. Something else that I may be wrong on this, but something else that I get the sense of is in the last sort of 15 years or so, the way that these come together has changed and improved in many ways. So this isn't necessarily representative of Gunpla kits you would get today if you bought something new. This is a master grade one, which I also don't really know the distinctions for each of these, but there's a bunch of different grades. I think some of it relates to size, and I think some of it relates to complexity. But I'll show you in a moment what kind of thing we're dealing with here, because I have constructed some of this already. And more than I'd remembered of this I've actually constructed. So let me get the bits in. First of all, I have one of the legs. Now, honestly, the moment that... I think the legs are the first thing you build, and the moment that I started constructing this, I was very, very impressed by this process. So, it has articulation, including, like, rotational articulation on the ankle joint. And look at this, right? We can take the front off here. And... oh, I've got a zoom-in mode. Hang on one sec. Bam. Sorry, the fidelity's not going to be great. The resolution's not going to be amazing. But look at this. You see here? There's like pistons inside that you can see moving. And like the skeleton underneath. Obviously all of this is going to be covered up. But it has like the armature underneath, which is incredible. And something here that absolutely won't show up on the camera, but these bits at the back are actually made of like a thread to resemble, I guess, like wires or something. It's super cool. So we can put this back together. There we go. Now, one thing I won't be doing today is any sort of painting. So you see these little crevices here? They might just about show up on this screen. You can go in and like detail those with marker pens or paint to give it a really, really high detail look. I won't be doing that. We're just going to assemble today. Okay, so let me switch back to this view. Let me see what's chat saying. Mercury asks, do you know how big this guy's supposed to be when he's assembled? I actually don't. We can probably, from the bits that I've already assembled, get some sort of sense of it. The model kit process is so cool. First you're like, dang, so many little pieces. And then you're like, wait, this is a joint. Mercury, that was exactly my experience with this. RY says, nothing like robots with working mechanisms on the inside. It rocks. It rocks. Would you paint it a color of your choice or the recommended canon color? Well, Lucian, let me move on to the next piece that I already built, which is the chest. So one of the cool things about Gundam is, or Gunpla, sorry, is the pieces are already colored. So any of the painting that you do is usually like detail painting. So this will already be colored after the version here that I have. I seem to remember in the show there's like a red body one and a blue body one for this model. So yeah, if we put these pieces together, you can kind of get a sense for roughly, I mean there'll be like a lower torso here, roughly the size that the full thing's gonna be. It's not super, super huge, which is great. I don't really intend to make building Gunpla a regular thing, but I did think it would make some nice stream content. I'm really excited to make some more, and I hope you'll enjoy this process too. Let's get started. Here's the manual. So it's all in Japanese. You must be able to get GUNPLA kits that are like sold internationally. I don't know. This was like a Japanese import. This manual rocks. It looks incredible. It's a work of art in itself. So not only is there the instructions, obviously, which are actually, this looks terrifying, but it's actually quite straightforward, and I'll explain how we'll work it out. But then here's all the cool stuff. Look at this. The illustrations of everything. You can probably just about make out that's the arm with the outer shell removed. Then we've got some examples of what your robot will look like when you've built it. So here's some things about the painting. Rwise says you can buy a Gundam branded model paint. Interesting. Yeah, so there are a couple of smaller parts in this that aren't painted. So you can see here there's actually a pilot. And mine isn't painted. So it's those detail things, such as the thrusters on the back. They are just blank here, but you could go in and paint them with red if you wanted to. Yep, some more parts. We can see the skeletal form under the leg, and some like specifics. Here you can see what I was talking about painting those crevices, and it just looking so good, adding a bit of contrast to it. I think I would really like to do this one day. Maybe if this goes well, we could probably follow this up with trying to do some detailing on this. I always remember, so like I said, I did do, a very long time ago, I did do some Warhammer figures. I never played Warhammer, but I made some, because as I said, my friends were really into it. And I found the gluing the bits together really terrifying, but I loved painting them. And one of the things that was always so sort of rewarding with painting those miniatures was doing things like the wash. I had little robot guys, and I did like a silvery armor, and I painted some wash into all of the grooves, and they look so good. It adds so much richness to the molding. Right, so I seem to think I got to this page. I was looking through this ahead of the stream. I think I'm here, number 17. So let me just zoom in. Is that better? No, the focus is real bad, huh? Does it need to be higher or lower? Let's see. I guess higher is better. Ever so slightly. I guess I'll just keep it in the zoomed out, and you'll have to trust me. Apologies, it's not an ideal setup. So here's how it works. All of the bits, like sprue sheets here. This one has mostly been emptied already. You can see here there's the shield. I think maybe the front of the shield. And what you have to do... Oh, this is probably a good time to talk about my tools. What you have to do is, using either like edge snips like this, snip off the pieces. But then usually when you do that, you're left with some little stray bits of the sprue. So I've got a few things that can help me with that. I have this little file, which is quite good. I have a Stanley knife here, which you can shave off the excess plastic. And I've also got, I've never used this before on model kits, but I wonder whether it will be better for that kind of final thing, a sheet of 1200 grit sandpaper, so very fine sandpaper. I think this might actually be a wet dry sandpaper, but it will probably do us for this. Yeah, Mercury, who I believe has got some experience with Gundam, says, do you have an X-Acto knife with you? Yes, I do. I've also got tweezers, because we are going to get to stickers at some point, hopefully today. And I think using tweezers to put those on will be better. Unfortunately, I don't have those lovely kind of like needle nose tweezers. I've just got pretty bog standard tweezers. I'd love to have some of those because they're really perfect for this task, but sadly I do not. So, let us begin by figuring out which of the sprue sheets... Mercury, I'm not familiar. What is Kotobukiya? I'm looking for the D sheet, I think, here. So let's have a look through and see if we can find it. This is A. But there's just a little embossed of lettering on each one of these to let you know which is the correct sheet. This is PC, so I will need this for this part. Ah, gotcha, Mercury. Nice. Oh man, if you ever get the chance, I'd love to see what you've built. This is PS, we don't need this right now. That looks like the accessories mostly. F. No, we just need PC and D right now. G. Guess this is like transparent plastic for the blaster bolts. There's also some screws here. Evidently I've used this because this bag is open, but there are still 4 more in here. I don't remember having to screw anything in before, but I must have done. What is this one? Maybe MG? PS? Where's PC? That's B. S. Oh wait, no, I already got PC, isn't it? So I just need D. D, PS. D, this is D. Excuse me. Okay, there we go. That's the 2 we need for now. And I will put this aside for the moment. Like I said, the desk space is somewhat limited today, but we should have just enough room. So from PC, we need the 2D pieces here. So I'm going to start... Those are the D pieces. I'm going to start with the edge snips here. And this is probably the most terrifying part of the process. But it is soft enough plastic where the actual molded part and the sprue meet. You can get a nice clean cut. It just always feels like you could really mess up. There you go. So that came off nice and clean. It's a teeny tiny piece. And I'm going to use the blade just to clean the loose bits off here on one side where it just took a little bit of the sprue. Perfect, that came out really nicely. I'm going to place this over here, and we need the other one as well. It is not a quick process to build these. I can only imagine if you get up to the more complex builds as well, how methodical you have to be. I think it does have to be a little bit of a meditative experience. You're not going to get anything built quick. So there's the PCD parts that we needed here. There is also a P part of this. Just the one. It is that one there. Mercury says, yeah, it takes a while, but it's really rewarding. Yep. Like I said, when I bought it, I didn't know whether I would jive with the process, but I really enjoyed what I did. I was really kind of sad to stop. I think it was only because I hadn't got space to work more on it for a long time that I didn't get back to this sooner. Then honestly, I kind of just forgot about it. Built my second, more complex model over the course of like 3 days, but I only ever worked on it for an hour or 2 at a time. Was that because you found your concentration started to wane, or was that just circumstance? Okay, we also need D10 and D11, so let's go to the D sheet here. So all of these grey parts, I think, are the internal, the kind of skeletal internal for the robot. 10 and D11, it's these two. I think three connection points on the... Like I say, the plastic is pretty soft on the bits that you dip. Yes, absolutely, Lucian. Lucian says building things, even models or similar, can be physically exhausting, excuse me. It can, it's that combination of concentration and a little bit like mental fatigue after a while. Nice. Okay, so that's snipped out. That came out pretty clean, but I am going to use the knife again, keeping my finger out the way. And there's less resistance on the bits that are not part of the mold. Kind of feel where the remainder of the sprue is. Yeah. It was like anything else, and I guess everybody who builds things in GP or makes things otherwise will know this process, but I think making things generally, and this is very true with models as well, is a lot of not seeing the thing, and then very suddenly seeing the thing. You could work on it for a very long time, and that time scale varies depending on the complexity of the thing. But it's a lot of like just kind of trusting that it will come together, whether that's following something along that is already built, or if you're building something completely brand new by yourself, you know, you've come up with an idea. Very often you really do have to just trust that it will work. Man, Lucian's built Lego sets that took over 10 hours. Had to split them across multiple days. Man, that sounds intense, but super cool. Okay, so now I'm taking piece, what is it, piece 11, I think? Oh, that was piece 11, this is piece 10. Also, I think this is true with Lego as well, but it definitely, I do get the sense it will be the case here. The building is really the reason, huge part of the reason for doing it. You know, you end up with a cool model, which is great. But the actual building process is the most fun part of having it. Yep. So this one also came off very clean. That's nice. Okay, I think I have all of the pieces, so let's put these aside for now. That's D10, D11, that's our PC D parts, and our part. Place part into here, that goes inside there really nicely. And then I just need to place the so the D shape is pointing in. Okay, and that can snap together now. Perfect. Ooh. I'm guessing this will be the sort of lower torso. And my guess is that this will allow for some kind of rotation. Those two little D pieces that we snapped in, I think. Oh, yeah, they've got a bit of rotation on there. Okay, nice. Put that aside. We're going to move on to step 18. And we need a C sheet and an A sheet. well as a PC sheet. So let's do the... Aha, okay, so you see, step 18 is split into 2, and the first bit is made up of A's and C's. So let's actually snap that together first. So, find A sheet. G. F. Probably end up recognizing that's PS. The blaster bolts. There's the A sheet. Where's this? There it is. Cool. Cheap says Labo looking a bit different. Labo Gunpla. I mean, that's basically the robot kit, isn't it? Alright, let's get the... Oh look, there's the pilot! Hang on. Look! You actually get 2, you get a sitting and a standing one. So tiny! So yeah, those parts, because they're molded from a single piece of plastic, aren't painted. You would have to go in with some model paint and get those looking real fresh. Mercury says, it's Dom and Mustard! Oh, I'm so excited, there's the helmet. Okay, so which piece am I looking for off the C sheet? C17, which is there. That one. Let's snip this off. Nice. Oh, this one needs a little bit of cleanup. Right. Knife. Okay. You really don't need to put much pressure when you're using the knife, because it's more than anything, it's just about kind of separating the weakest part of the plastic. Not like you're really cutting through it. Perfect. I'm gonna see whether I need the, whether this will be any use. I guess it's maybe a little bit overkill. Seems to do it. Who's the sitting one and who's the standing one? Hang on, let's see. Oh, I feel like the standing one's got a real mustard pose. If anybody is interested in watching Gundam, my personal recommendation as somewhere to start would probably be War in the Pocket, because it's only 6 episodes long, and it's a complete story. I think kind of mid-90s series, and it's from the perspective of a group of children who are in the midst of the conflict, rather than following like the Gundam pilots. So it gives a very different perspective from the original Gundam series. But I think is a good introduction. Excuse me, I just gotta blow my nose. Okay, that's C17. We also need C1, but there is a little caution here on this one. Don't know what that really means. Let me show you. I wonder whether it means like it's gonna snap in and then it can't be removed, possibly. See that? C1 exclamation mark, and there's a little like weep 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 on it. I'm not sure what that iconography really means yet. Let's see. There's C1. Let's free this up. Lord of the Sixth String says maybe it means make sure to put it in the correct orientation. Good suggestion. Yeah, that seems... makes sense. Alright, so also because this was sprue was kind of indented there. Quite a bit of cleanup on this one. There we go. Yeah, they really do come off easy. It's nice. I bet people who build these regularly have some great strategies. Mercury says... hang on, let me just do this first. Probably should be looking at it while I'm using a knife. In mine, Mercury's instructions, somewhere earlier in the manual there were descriptions for all the icons, which even were in English if I remember correctly, but you might not have that since it's an older kit. Let me take a look, that's a good suggestion. Even if they're not in English, we might be able to translate them. Cool. Good, let's have a look earlier on. Okay, let's see if I can... oh, I was gonna say, let me see if I can use my phone to translate it. I'm using my phone as my camera, so I can't. That one there. I'm gonna real quick see if I can use Google to translate this. I'll just have a quick go at this. It might be a little bit hard to do, seeing as I can't use the photo tool to do it. Yeah, go for it, Mercury. I'll take a look at the Discord. Okay, so I'm just drawing the characters in Google Translate to see whether I can get a rough translation of what this is warning us about. Yeah, okay, so it says note the orientation. So, Lord of the Sixth String was spot on with that. Either ping me on the Discord or let me know where you posted it, Mercury, once you do. Okay, cool, so we have 2 pieces so far. You're gonna get a little bit more of the sprue off this one. Good. So we still need A7 and A12, which are going to snap between C17 and C1. A sheet, isn't it? Yep. 7. There's A7. Where's A12? There! A12's that teeny tiny piece! See ya, Chalupa! I hope the rest of your day goes well. The red and that teeny tiny little ring there. It's adorable. I'm always fascinated by these multicolored sheets. So I guess the mold must... Yeah, I don't know. I was about to say, I guess the mold must have little separators. They do the blue part of the mold. Then I guess when it's still warm, but not completely fluid, they can then do the other colors. But actually, maybe they just snap them in. You know, they mold this first, and they snap these in. But they seem really, really, really bonded, if that's the case. Yeah, go for it, Mercury. So one more sprue. And I take a look at Discord. Mercury sends over the picture. I get the feeling, maybe this isn't true of the older kits, because obviously these have been going since pretty much, I guess the early 80s at the very earliest. Sorry, at least the 80s. I think maybe even the 70s. Part of the kind of design intent of it is to not have to ever glue anything together. Man, that rocks! Wow, okay. So Mercury just sent some photographs of one of the figures that they've made. And looking at it, it seems to use a very similar method to snap together as these. However, because they are human or humanoid characters rather than these very square kind of panel built robots, they have a really different look to them. They're super cool. Amazing to see that the same kind of process can be used for such a different looking figure. Man, that rocks. Hey Mercury, can I send the screenshot of the Miku, even though it's not your Miku, so I can show chat what I'm talking about here? Okay, just give me a second. So this is not one that Mercury built. To give you a sense of this. There we go. You've still got the articulation that you have on these. And I guess it's all from the flat panels like this. So cool. I've never seen those before. Okay, where did I get to? Right, I got the red piece off. I didn't get the little gold piece off, so let's do that. Oh no, Mercury. Discord can sometimes be so aggressive with that stuff. Okay, so this piece is going to be a little bit hard to shave off the excess here. Mostly just going to be tough to get a grip on the boat. Really carefully shaving this away. Aggressive, better safe than sorry. Absolutely, Lucian. Yeah. It can just sometimes catch the funniest things. Okay, nice. Move those aside for a moment. And let's see if we can put this together in the correct orientation. So we've got the red piece, that definitely goes in here. And my this one. I do have these which are actually quite a lot sharper than the ones I'm using, but they were quite thick, so I'm using some older ones because they've got a thinner head. I think really if you were doing this regularly, you could get some really nice and thin side snippers, but these work. There we go. Perfect, that has snapped in place. Red through front there. That's this piece. And this piece. The yellow. Haha. And that piece that way up. There we go. Look at that. I love the little yellow detail. Hang on, let me see if I can get it out for you. Look at that. The little ring molded out of the yellow plastic. Pushed through the back of the red piece. Looks so good. Okay, so that is now done. So that's that piece here. So we're going to have to go back to C and PC to grab 17, 16, Q, and 15. So we don't need A anymore. But we do need C, this piece. We do need PC. I think it's this piece. No, this is D. A. The S. Yeah, I'm still not familiar with Wait, is there a PC piece? Is this one? E. What am I missing here? There it is. I was just looking at the wrong. There we go. It was that one. Okay. So from C, we need 16 and 15, which are these two here. I actually never ended up doing any, like, huge Lego builds. I was so into Lego as a kid, but I mostly just sort of built... I'd get a kit, and then after I'd built the kit the first time, I'd take it all apart, and I'd end up just building random things out of it. And I've never really bought any Lego since. See you, Mercury. I'll definitely share pictures once it's finished. Have a good rest of the day. Oh yeah, the Lego Architecture series, Lucian. Yeah, I have seen those. Not in person, but I feel like I've seen a couple of them shown off online. They seem very, very cool. I remember as a kid I wanted some of the really big Lego Star Wars things, like the big ships. I remember seeing some of those and being so enamored by them. Wait, what's this one here that just says 17? What sheet is it? Doesn't... Fuck. I guess it's from, Oh, right. It's the piece we made in... It's the piece we made in step 17. Got it. Makes sense. Okay. So we've got C15 and C16. But this piece here, we still need Q. There's this one, very bottom. Yeah, Gumby, we can. Yeah, we'll finish up with a reaction to your video. Ori says, I was a big Lego fan in my child days. There are some amazing Lego sets nowadays. Recently I've been attracted again and bought some. Also, part of the fault of my young nephew. Hey, that seems like a good excuse, Bori. I've definitely talked about it before, but I adored the Lego space kits, like the non-branded ones. I saw one of those as a kid. I was always desperate. I also had like a sci-fi space kit. I think it was like a rocket with a oh no. I think there was a rocket in the kit. I didn't have the rocket. I had the satellite. It was meant to be like fairly realistic. Like a small one, about this size. And I remember it had like solar panel fold out wings on it. Okay. So looks as though PCQ goes in here. That. I think it does. And then, haha, okay. 15 and 16 pop in here. Oh, I recognize. This is like his skirt. Oh, that's got flexibility. I guess because they need to be able to move when the legs move. Great. So good. Okay. That piece is done. We're going to move on to step 19 now. And we're going to need PCL, so that's this sheet. And a couple of things from C. And a couple of things from D. So let's get the D sheet. And I'm struggling to find. This one. So we need D1 and D6. There's D1, there's D6. Okay. Ah, so that's an awkward one. That's a little bit and nip apart. I mean, we'll get it off. It will just need a little bit extra cleanup because kind of tucked away inside. Where it's connected to the board. Cleanup phase. The one thing that I've noticed, and I think it's really, really smart, they tend to put the connections to the board in places that won't affect how the model snaps together. So what I mean by that is like, they'll rarely connect a piece to the board on like one of the standoffs that you like, or the connectors that you push the pieces together from. So even if you don't get it perfectly clean, it's not going to affect how it comes together. Or at least with my experience so far, I think they're very, very thoughtful about how the pieces are molded. And it's more about just making the model look as clean as possible for removing the excess. Okay. Again, I can only really speak for what I've experienced with this, because the only kit I've built. Oh man, Movies XP. Digging through an old hard drive is always an interesting experience. Okay. D1 and D6 are done. We need PCL. There's the PC sheet, so let's look for L. This is a very soft plastic. You can see this is flexible. The other ones are not. I'm being extra careful when I snip these, just to not snip the piece. Cool. Alright, so we get to put this one together. Then we'll be putting it into... Okay, so this is probably going to be the upper leg, I guess. So... This... Oof. That is a very minute little piece. And it's got that joint again. I think most of the PC pieces act as joints. So let's get C11 and C12 off the sheet. That one's not completely separated. Yeah. This is actually a little, you know, I feel like the metal, or not the metal, the plastic in the C sheet is actually quite a lot tougher. Ah, yes. Good shout. Lord of the Six Strings says, if you start doing models a lot, I can recommend nail boards of varying grits. Much quicker and nicer to hold than sandpaper, and pretty cheap from beauty places. Yeah, of course. I suppose the sort of rigidity of them too makes them even more appropriate than sandpaper. Also, this is a little too heavy duty. I think nail boards would be perfect. What's the BGM playing here? It's from the 7th Saga for Super Nintendo. Okay. That is 11, 12 off of here, which I think is 1. Yep. There. Lord of the Sixth String, if you don't mind me asking, I saw at the start you said you managed to catch one of these live for the first time. Also, welcome to the stream while it's live. How did you find the channel? Was there a video you saw first? White pieces off the C sheet are really heavy duty. Okay, I'm gonna have to use the file on this one, I think. There we go. So we now have C11 heading on to the top of this. That snapped in place, really satisfying. Ah, yeah, retro gadgets. Retro gadgets is so cool. Really hope to check it out again. I get a bit more time. Oh, look at this! I don't even know what this bit's going to be for. I think I would be super impressed by this stuff if it didn't even have any articulation, but the fact that it, like, so many pieces move. Rad. I'm guessing we're probably going to have to make 2 of these. Okay, so next... Alright, so no, we're not going to need 2. That is... gonna go here. We do need D7 to snap into the bottom of this. So let's do D7 first, so I don't forget about it. D is on this sheet. Yep, D7. There's D7. Oh man, Mr. O, that's so nice of you to say. I feel very lucky to have found a group of people that love the same sort of stuff that I do. Also, I feel like this was like the perfect thing for me to do today. I don't think I could have been looking at a screen too much. But also, I wanted to kind of get my brain working a little bit. Cold has given me a bit of a brain fuzz, so... Nice. Okay, so I actually think I recognize where this piece will go now. Those are thrusters, so I think they go on the back. Sort of here? Possibly. We need C14. And then that's 18 from this step here, so it's this piece. We also need D13, so let's cut D13 off first. Hey, Steve's Gaming, welcome to the stream. I'm not painting them today, but I was just, I was talking at the beginning of the stream that I would love to do the called like edge painting, where you paint between the grooves. I should clarify, I'm a real noob with this stuff. This is the first one I've ever built, so for now I will just be pleased if I get it all together in one piece. Painting them on the sprue seems super smart, Steve's Gaming. That seems like the way to go. Where is 13? Oh, there it is. I didn't even recognize that was a part. Okay. Completely unrelated to anything, but I was thinking of a game that I remember playing on the DS today. Ages I couldn't remember the name of it. And then I looked it up and I managed to find it, but there was a game that I played on the DS I only have like a partial memory of, called Perfect Blue. And it was a sort of like, I think it was like a kind of castaway island survival RPG. I don't have it anymore. I don't know where it went. I don't think I sold it. I seem to have lost it. I was kind of keen to go back to it because I remember it was interesting, but I don't exactly remember why it was interesting. It also made me think of Contact for the DS, which I don't think those two games were very similar, but in my head I feel like the two of them are sort of slightly interconnected, and I might be conflating the two of them. Okay, so we just need C14 now, which is this big old piece here. Also, Lord of the Six String, if you're still here, did I see you mention earlier on that you'd built some Gundam before? Or is your model making of another variety? Ooh, Mr. O, which game is it? Yes, I can run most GameCube things. I have never have I ever tried to stream while doing it? Either way, I would probably end up running it on my Wii U just for safety's sake, because stuff that I can normally run on my computer then sometimes gets a little bit bogged down if I'm also streaming. Just one Gunpla, because it was designed by Sid Mead. Wait, really? Hang on, I've never heard of that. Let me take a look. That's a really cool combo. Wow, when was that from? Oh, that is very, very Sid Mead too. Which game was it, Mr. O? There's a couple that I think you might be referring to, or you could be referring to. Alright. So let's go on here. Is it pen gel by any chance, Mr. O? Hey, Renz, good to see you. Nice. Look at that. Oh man, that's gonna be probably pretty close to being ready to go together. I'm just gonna mute for a second while I cough. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so this piece is done. Looks like we're moving on to the next piece. We'll probably snap, onto the side. How do you spell that? I think it was like Pengle. Ren says, I know nothing about Gundam. Are they robot-looking things? Yes. I have the box here that I can show you. I also know very little about Gundam, honestly. But I have this Gunpla kit that I've had for a long time. Definitely more than 10 years. The kit from 2002, but I haven't had it since 2002. And I started building it, then never got any further with it. And I dug it out of storage today. I have some of it constructed already, including we're just doing the sort of hips right now. Okay. So next we need a bunch of stuff off the F sheet and a little bit off B. So let's put away this is D, isn't it? Yep, D. And the C sheet for now. And the PE or PC sheet. And find the F. Reminds me of Bionicles somehow. Love the look they have. Yeah. It's so funny, I was just talking about Warhammer, something that a lot of my friends when I was in school were really into. A lot of those same friends were really into Bionicles. I think maybe I had a Bionicle as a kid, but I always thought they looked really neat. Alright, F and B. B... F... and B, perfect. All this back in. There's actually very few pieces left on B. Look at this. I think 24 and oh, that's weird. They're both labeled 24. Ah, I guess they both snip out together. Interesting. Okay. Man, Renz, you just made me remember something, or you just reminded me. I had a really weird Lego figure as a kid. It was like a Bionicle, but it looked like a guy. It wasn't a robot. I have no idea what set it was from. I never, like, had more of them. I just had one. But he was, like, articulated like a Bionicle. But, just looked like a dude. Hey, someone! Oh yeah, we're spruing it up. Yes! Yes, Lucian! Lucian says, along with the moment when the figure begins to take shape, it's always fun seeing all the pieces disappear as they're added to the build. Yeah, it's a very satisfying thing to be, like, almost done with a sheet. The weird Lego TV show. I don't remember watching a Lego TV show. I'm trying to remember what he looked like. He kind of looked like he was either wearing sort of racing gear or like maybe like vaguely pilot looking. I can't really remember. I think he was blue. No, not his skin, but like his clothing. I think I need both these parts. Oh no, that's F1. I don't need both these. Ah, right. Okay, so we're going to duplicate this. So that other F24, which is the last piece on the sheet, we will need in a moment. So I'm going to leave this here. And gonna get 5 and 6 off here. These two. Something that I feel, seeing as we're talking about toys, something that I feel has kind of gone away. Maybe they still exist. I feel like they were super popular when I was in like late primary school or into secondary school. Was micro machines. Those little tiny cars. I mean, I know they'd been around for ages. I feel like they just kind of disappeared. I always loved them because I could like sneak them in my pocket to school. They were like that small. Galador. Galador. Oh, look. Oh, it might have been. Oh, it might have been Galador. Yes, Lord of the Sixth String. I think it might have been. What's Hero Factory? Not Hero Factory. That's very Bionicle looking. I think it was Galador. Like I say, I only had one figure. No, I don't think that was it though. Looking at the figures, he was way more. No, I don't. Ooh, I don't know. That didn't instantly like trigger an exact memory. Like I say, it was far more like pilot or race car driver looking than the Galador dude. Where's the music gone? Hmm? I'll have to search after the stream's done. Where did I get to? Oh yeah, I'm doing F6. There's something cozy about pocket-sized toys. It's like bringing a bit of home with you somehow. Yeah, Rins, exactly. I used to put like 3 or 4 micro machines in my pocket. We had to wear blazers at school, like jackets, and they had inside pockets. And I remember just putting like 3 micro machines in my blazer pocket. Amazing Island. That's the one that Lord of the Sixth String mentioned. Oh! Yes. I've never played this, I'm aware of this. Yeah. It's very cool. It's got a very similar creature creation system to Pengel, actually, I think. Yeah, that looks great. We should check that out one day. I've never played it before. I'm super intrigued to play Pengel properly though. I forget now exactly what the connection was, but there is some lineage between Freaky Forms and Pengel. But I forget what it is now. It's some like weird, you know, 6 degrees of separation or whatever it's called. Is shared developers or something. Spore is a great game that deserves a great sequel one day, in my opinion. Have so many great memories of Spore. Yes, Ren, Spore's really cool. I think Spore got a bad rap because it was so different. What we eventually got was so different to what was originally promised. But it doesn't make the thing that we ended up getting bad. I would love to have seen the original Spore make its way out, and I would love to have seen what that would have been. But the Spore that we got was fantastic. F1 is the last piece I'm missing. This piece. Or sequels got horrible reviews. Weren't they just like... They weren't like real sequels though, right? They were sort of consolizations of... Or like spin-offs of certain parts of it. Or did it actually get a sequel that I'm not aware of? Oh. Come on. To drop that piece. Darkspore was touted as a sequel, but deviated from the gameplay dramatically. Wow, I've never even heard of Darkspore. Also, I am right in thinking that Spore was like the last game, commercial game that Will Wright worked on, right? What was promised? So when Spore was first shown off, and I might be getting my timeline wrong here, but I believe it was right after Maxis was purchased by EA. When it was first shown off, it was far more... it was far more sort of creature creator toy and a little bit less sort of separated in because you know how you've got like the amoeba phase and the creature phase and the civilization phase and the space phase. The idea, I think, was that those kind of things were a little bit more blended, and rather than being these discrete gameplay modes, they were almost happening simultaneously. And I remember it just looking a lot more complex in terms of like the way the creatures were created and stuff. I'd have to go back and look at that trailer, but I remember people who were like keeping tabs on it felt like EA must have kind of meddled with it, and it wasn't really what the original intention was, and they kind of gamified it a bit more than maybe the team at Maxis had hoped for. But equally, I think in hindsight, probably what was shown off during those trailers was quite speculative anyway. But I think people were far less aware of that. They were kind of more susceptible to trailer nonsense. Yeah. I seem to think the phases thing really disappointed people. Like I say, it's long enough ago that I can't really remember, but right, I need to pay attention here. Round. Okay, that goes in there. This goes in here. And I need F4 as well. Please. Yes, Spore is a classic. Yeah, like I say, it wasn't, I wasn't disappointed at the time. I loved it, but I remember it was right on that, cusp of when I was, like, following game news. I remember reading in magazines, like, people's anticipation for it, and maybe a little bit on the internet. Although I don't know where I would have been reading gaming stuff on the internet at that time, so maybe it was just in magazines. Yeah, I've literally never seen anything of Darkspore. I didn't know that existed until Kat mentioned it earlier. Okay, so... Ooh, alright. F5 is now done. Sorry. 20, I guess. Nice. So we need to make another one of these. And as I say, I suspect this is probably going to go somewhere here. So, we're going to snip out F7 and 8. Yes, so that's what I thought you were, that's what I thought Lucian was referring to previously, the DS Spore game. Yeah, which was just like the Spore brand, but it didn't have any real connection in terms of gameplay. I really do feel like the creature creators genre is something that devs should go back to these days. I feel like it was a really big thing for a while. Or not a big thing, but it was like... It was a sub-genre of its own, and I feel like... really fun to re-explore. Yes, agreed, Rens. Same here. Okay. That's now both of these pieces cleaned up. So we need F1. Here. Top left. I remember when I first got this, and I looked through the manual, and I was really surprised that there's only actually, like, I don't know, 6 or 7 pages of instructions for this thing. But we started here today, and we're here. And I haven't been moving particularly fast. I mean, I've not been speedrunning this, not that I'd want to. But you can see how long each step actually takes. Very different kind of pace of things. Like Lego or... Ren says, I grew up with Skylanders as well, and even though it's not a creature creator, the toy-to-life aspect used to blow me away as a kid. Yeah! I never had Skylanders, but I remember thinking it was a really cool concept. Hey, Stinkle. The stream. Okay, so we've got F7, F1, F8, F4. We need to cut out still. It's the kind of thruster looking thing here. And then I'm pretty sure that's our last one off the F sheet as well. Ooh, if I could pitch my absolute dream game, what would it be? So I think if I had like the opportunity to work with a dev team and I had like a reasonable budget to make something, so it wasn't just like a game I could build myself. Not that I can build a game, but you know what I mean. Like it wouldn't just be like a little indie project. I would really, really love to do something quite similar to Constructopia, honestly. But just obviously like a magnitude of times bigger and with more in it. I've always been more of a fan of sandboxes rather than like real gamey games. I think being able to build a space with lots of interaction. I often think about, although it's not an amazing game, it's not a game that I have like a huge love of. I often think about Shenmue for the Dreamcast and how that made a space that, even though it was super limited, was really rich and like felt real and felt like a really nice or interesting space to occupy. I mean, at the time it was really groundbreaking, the tech that was used, and I wouldn't want to make a game like that, but just thinking of that sort of level of detail and level of interaction, I wouldn't go like realistic for sure. I would definitely think of that as an inspiration, I suppose. Mr. Rose says, quote, Dom, if I have a chance to work with a dev team, Voxy crying in the corner. Mr. You know what I mean. Yes! Yeah, the Yakuza games, I feel like, yeah, the way they kind of treat their environments and the way that you interact with the environments is a real continuation of the what they were trying to do with Shenmue. How's Gun Guy coming along? Pretty nicely, Gumby. Finkel points towards games with creativity more. Same. Yeah. It's really funny because I think because of the area of games that I'm personally most interested in, I do tend to say like, oh, I don't like gamey games, which is a really weird and nebulous thing to kind of think about. It's not a really silly thing to say. But I actually, historically, I also do really like some very game games. Like I used to be obsessed with, particularly with Halo 3. I wasn't as into like Halo 1 and 2. There was something about the way that like the online and the co-op campaign and stuff was just so sort of easy to hop into and hop out of. And that helped that it had like a map builder, so it did have that creative element, but I think most of the time it's just because I'm not especially very good at like very gamey games. Lucian says, I don't like gamey games, plays MGS annually with mustard. That's the thing though. Metal Gear is mostly just a film with some game segments in between, which I play very badly. I adore the design of Metal Gear, I adore how it looks, I adore the stupid storylines. The gameplay less so. But that is a very mechanically driven game. Tom is bad at movies. Yes. Is this sheet done? Looks to be. I'm gonna set it aside for now, just in case I've missed anything. It has been a long time since I played MGS 3. Played MGS 2 and MGS 1 fairly recently. I like MGS 3 a lot, but I haven't played it in probably the longest out of all of them. I'm not a fan of MGS 4. I think it's really... I mean, Metal Gear is dumb inherently, but it's usually kind of dumb that I can get behind. MGS 4 is just bad dumb in my humble opinion. And MGS 5 is a fantastic game. But that's not why I go to Metal Gear. Like, the gameplay is just incredible in MGS 5. Which is also a kind of little bit of a detour for the series. That one's not snapping together great. Yeah, Lucian, so MGS 5 is one of the, like, most satisfying third-person action games you could ever play, I would say. In terms of just, like, how all the systems interact, the general sort of game feel is impeccable, but it's not a good MGS story. Mostly because it's just not... It has the same problem that MGS4 has in a lot of ways, which is that it's trying to wrap things up, it's trying to piece things together, it's trying to make sense of things that don't make sense retroactively. And the Metal Gear games that always do the best are the ones that either start you from a blank slate, or they just take place in a time that hadn't been explored yet. Always the kind of... the connective tissue that falls apart, because Kojima can't help himself from just making stuff up, just changing things. For some reason I can't get this bit to snap together very well, so I'm going to start scratch here. Yep, that's definitely in the right place. That's definitely in the right place. Seems to be in the right place. Ah, did I put this in backward? The other one went together so smoothly, I feel like I must have... No, that's definitely that way round. Oh, there we go. I think I just need... no, 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 no. the issue. Someone says, I love when a game's story is interesting and poignant, but also doesn't overstay its welcome or become convoluted. Yeah, I think the more entries that you have in a series that... I mean, in the case of Metal Gear Solid, whether he meant it or not, Hideo Kojima said that every single entry from the first Metal Gear Solid was the last. Like, MGS1 came out, in interviews he was like, I don't want to make another one of these. Then he went on to make MGS2 and he was like, this is definitely the last one. Same thing happened with 3, same thing happened with 4. Oh my goodness, why won't this piece go together? Okay, let's try a slightly different tact here. So I'm going to check if it will snap together. Okay, so that one on its own snaps together fine. Then let's try with the next one. That one lines up and snaps together fine, so it must be something going weird with this last piece. It's still got a little bit of sprue on there. That shouldn't be causing the issue, but I'm going to clean it off just in case. I'm going to mute real quick while I cough. Oh man, I've never ever played the Kingdom Hearts games, but I've heard that the even hardcore fans of that series kind of laugh at how convoluted the story is. Okay, I think that little bit of sprue was just enough to skew everything here. Yeah, it was. Wow. There we go. First time that's happened on this kit. Okay, we now have 20 and 21 done. Looking at the next step, they're actually not intended to connect to this piece. So we're going to have these 3 pieces sit up here for a bit. And we're going to move on to 22, which is the helmet! 22 is the helmet! Okay, this is going to feel very rewarding to do. C looks empty too, so that's now 2 sheets that we have cleared. So I'm going to need A, and I'm going to need C, and I'm also going to need PC for this. So let me get the box. G. Yes. Oh no, sorry, that's E. That's PC, so we're going to need that bit. That's C, we're going to need that bit. Where's D? That's D, perfect! Oh man, look, here's the sticker pack. We were talking about Lego earlier. I used to never put stickers on Lego. When Lego used to come with stickers, rather than just everything being printed on, for whatever reason I would just be too terrified to ever put stickers. Okay, so C7 is the first piece we need, which is the front of the helmet. That rocks. I think the reason I used to not like stickers on Lego was because I was always like, yeah, but what if I want to use it for something that isn't the, I don't know, computer console in a spaceship? And there was also the factor of like, I'm going to misplace, like I'm gonna put it not straight. And there's nothing worse than putting a sticker on and have it be wonky, and then you like peel it back up a bit to try and straighten it, and then when you stick it back down, it's never like flat, or it always peels up in the corner. Helmet. So cool. This looks like a Bionicle mask, actually. your Bionicle earlier. So, as with the other pieces, just getting rid of the excess plastic from the screw. Yeah, the music is very spooky. Story about Lego stickers. I anticipated that I'd be going for like maybe 2 hours tops. We're coming up to 2 hours now. I want to keep going, so this might be longer than I originally intended stream to be. Although I also know that I probably should take it easy today because I'm still recovering. Super excited to play some GBG though. Every time I have to miss a week from the GBG community streams, it always feels like it's been so long since the last one. Obviously it's just a week gap, but it always feels like it's been ages, way longer than it actually has. That is C7. We're gonna have to attach A3 and D23 together though, so let's do that next. Oh, do I not have... Oh, I didn't get A out of the bag, hang on. Ooh, it's a clear piece. Oh, that's the first time I've used a clear piece in this project. Be honest, if you ended the stream, you'd keep building anyway. Yeah, I'm fully engrossed in this. Okay, so I need A3, which is that part. I think that's the visor. Someone says, my games make your immune system explode, and you take a week off. They're just, too good, my body can't handle it. See ya, Stinkle? Catch you later. I wonder whether any of these kits have, like, LEDs. Now that LEDs are so small. Imagining, having, like, light-up visors and stuff. They must do. Ooh, this is very hard. Very hard plastic. I need to be careful with this bit. File it, rather than using a knife. Perfect. This being transparent, I don't want to file. Don't. I really need to get a decent camera at some. I mean, using my phone works, but the fact that I can't control the zoom and, or the focus and stuff means that I really want to show you this piece up close, but... Okay, so that is now C7, A3, D23 is the next one we need. Put A3 and D23 together. That's our D23. There. Still here, Gumby? Yep. We're gonna be building for a little while. I mean, looking at the instructions, I do get the sense that we're kind of easing into a little bit more of a final stage of this. The helmet, putting together the body, snapping together the legs, and then its accessories. Oh, it's a laser sword, not a blaster. I thought it was like a shot firing out of a laser blaster. There's probably proper names for all this stuff that I'm not aware of. Okay. This piece needs to... Ooh, one that's kind of... There we go. That goes into this. Ooh. Then we're going to need PCB, printed circuit board. There's B. There. It always weirds me out when there's two labeled B. Like there's two here labeled B. But it actually only asks for one in step 22. So unless that's a backup in case we lose it or break it, I don't exactly know where that's going to come in. If it's for something that you have like a left and a right for, I can understand it, but here I don't really know. C6 is the back of the helmet. There. I think if I was going to do this regularly, I would definitely also pick up a set of the really kind of fine, low profile side snippers. These ones are a bit too bulky. I think we'd be getting cleaner stuff off the board if we had a better pair of those, whereas we're having to do quite a bit of cleanup. I just can't get close enough to the mold. Or the molded part. What a tune, Mr. O. This song is so unbelievably good. Okay, so PCB goes there, pointing down. I guess that's going to allow us to connect to the neck. And front and the back of the helmet snap together. That is a partially complete helmet. We do still need C9, C10, and C13. There's 9 and 10. These are the little kind of earpiece. I always have to like double, triple check before I cut a piece just to make sure I'm not snipping part of the part. Man, movies, it sounds like you're having a real trip down memory lane with that hard drive. I think one of the most impressive things about this kit as well is how perfectly molded all of this stuff is. It only take a misprinted part to really copy your plans. Just cleaning this bit up more. Well, the 6th string says, I think that's partially the reason Gunpla took off. They are really well made. Yeah, they're excellent. Oh, that looks so good! Such a small piece. Hang on, can I remove it again? In fact, I can just show you the other side. So that was it. That's the helmet when I snapped the front and the back together. And then that is with the additional kind of ear doodad on there. I think what I'm going to do, before I continue to do C9 and C13, I'm going to quickly grab a drink. My throat's feeling a little bit sore. So I'll come back in just like 2 minutes tops. Hey, Disco, sorry I missed you when you arrived. Good to see you. If you want to grab yourself a drink, stretch your legs, anything like that, this is a good time to do it. I will be back very soon. Let me put a drink break screen up for everybody. And I will see you very shortly. Hey, I'm back with my much needed water. Drink break screen down. We'll get straight back into it. Looking like the Doom Guy helmet says Gumby. You can definitely see it. Disco says, I worked in an office with a guy who was super into Gundam. He would always be building on break and between calls. Eventually, everyone in the building had one of his models on their desk. Disco, that sounds genuinely very cool. I can imagine this being a very fun thing to just kind of do in the background as well. Though I can imagine it'd be hard to keep track of where you got to. You're kind of picking it up and putting it down over the course of a day. Okay. C9 is the next one. Very nice. I was trying to remember what my first the first time I was aware of Gundam was. I think, I might be misremembering, but I think like maybe Gundam Wing or one of that sort of era of Gundam shows was shown on TV here. And I never watched it. I never thought it seemed very interesting at the time. It was much later that I went back and like watched some of the original series and War in the Pocket and 08th theme. Is that the name? I can't exactly remember the name of that one. Yeah, I think Wing is very popular. The mechs are way more anime. Hey, Box, welcome to the stream. Okay, both earpieces are on. Means we just have C13, which is the antenna to attach to the back of the helmet. And it is this piece here. Yes, it is so protected in here. Ah, interesting. Okay, hang on, let me just move this a sec so I can show you. So, on the piece, it's got that weird little blob on the end, and I was wondering what that was. And it is actually just part of the molding process, and it does actually say in the instructions to snip that off. Oh, it is so thin up here. It's unbelievably thin. Oh, I'm a little nervous to use the knife on it. Might just use the file. Oh, Lucien says at the beginning of the stream, I jokingly called your Gundam a Megazord. I've been trying to think of other pop culture mechs and I'm drawing a blank. Man, I feel like anime has like such a stranglehold over that. I mean, there's like, oh, hang on, I just dropped that piece. There's lots of late 70s, early 80s anime mechs. There's more recently, well, it's not really recent, but there's Evangelion and the Eva units from that. Pacific Rim robots, I think from the West, although it's very inspired by anime. Ooh, we get to put this together now. Alright. Head goes on the chest. Ooh, look at that tiny little head. Aha! So these are the arm pieces. Oh, Leopardon from Spider-Man. Yeah. That is a very good mech. Okay. Shoulders are on. Oh man, okay, I didn't show this off earlier in the stream. One of my favorite things. Okay, hang on, wait, I might need to reposition my lights here. Also, apologies for the wobbly camera. On my normal desk setup, I can put the camera onto something really firm, but here I'm having to mount it on the top of my monitor and it wobbles around. Look at these little... Is it going to be focused further down? Look at these little fingers. They are posable. And not just in one, like, axis, they've got rotation as well. You see that on the thumb? I'm bringing it up and down. You can also bring it in and out. Ridiculous! Disco says, I thought I saw Gundam as a kid, but it was a Japanese reboot of Transformers that got an English dub in 2001 by Saban Entertainment. I know Saban for their Power Ranger stuff. I didn't know they were doing like localizations of cartoons as well. Okay, let's put the arms on. One arm. Positioned. 2 arms. Positioned. Look at this guy! So it was actually one other connection I have with Gundam. I was lucky enough to see whatever the like most iconic Gundam is. You know, the white and blue one with the gold V on its forehead from the original series. They made a life-size one of those that they had outside, just outside of like a shopping mall on Odaiba in Tokyo. And I got to see that when it was installed there. And it was really cool because it had lights, they had like a smoke thing that happened every hour or something. It rocked. Even as somebody who like isn't super into Gundam, that was like the coolest thing. It is hard not to get excited about giant robots. Ah, okay, so there's actually E14 that we need to put on, which encases the like jump pack unit. I don't think I have E out, do I? D, that's I think, yep. That's A. So let's go find D. I mean D? No, I mean E. Where is it? Where is it? Wait, is it one of the ones I put aside? No, that's F and B. I'm having such trouble finding the right sheets. That's been the hardest part of this. E14. Okay, so that's A. That's C. D. G. This is PS. Huh? Hey, Arch. Welcome to the stream. What's going on here then? Oh, this is E. This is E. Okay. E14. Nice. All right. Phew. All right, let's get it snipped out. Hey, Squally, welcome to the stream. We're making a robot. And very fun. There's actually more of it built. We're just at a strange stage where I'm kind of putting some finishing touches on the torso. Specifically actually on the backpack here. So that then we can piece all of everything together. Now, this part is quite flexible. Makes cleaning the screws up on this a little bit tough. Paulie says, my Sega Saturn came with a Gundam game. Maybe I should try it at some point. There is a huge number of Gundam games across the many, many systems. Usually I think they're like strategy games of some kind. But then there's like the weird SD Gundam games that are like... Maybe there's some fighting games too, actually. Oh, it says I presume you're into Gundam, right? I mentioned it at the beginning of the stream. I do like what of Gundam I've seen, but I haven't seen a huge amount of it. So I've seen some of the original series. I've seen War in the Pocket, and I've seen the one that I can't quite remember the name of. I think it's 08th Team. Like that 12 episode series. I think if I had more time, I would probably get way more into the longer running series. And I was just saying my sort of first exposure to Gundam was the Gundam Wing cartoons that were on TV here. Or I think at least it was Gundam Wing, or one of those kind of series. But I never got that drawn to them at the time, and it was afterwards that I got into Gundam a little bit more. But I've never built a Gunpla before, and this one had been sitting around for a very long time. Really felt like making it. How about you, Arch? I can't get over how cool it is that you can see the like bare mechanical parts underneath the shell. I showed this off earlier, but I think it's so cool. We take the shell off the leg. You can see the, like, skeleton. And it's got all of the articulation. Amazing. So cool. Arch says, I've always been into Transformers, Beast Wars. That was my childhood. I never watched Beast Wars. I'm aware of it, but I never watched it. Okay. It looks like it's time to legs on the hips. So following step 24 here. Ah, hang on though. There's an extra piece, G13. Right, that goes over the top there. More of the skirt. Haha, okay. Man, it is cool to be able to stand it up. It looks like it's actually going to be a little bit taller than I anticipate. Oh. Backpack. Or did I remove it and then not put it back on? Let's get G13. There it is. Bro does have some tall legs, Squally. I was really hoping there would be some Gundam heads in the chat today. because I'd love to know more about this Gundam. I picked it because it looked cool. And like I say, I think I have some vague recollection that it's like it's a prototype of the first mass-produced Gundam. This is in the lore, right? Not in reality. But like in the chronology, I think it's quite an early one. But I just picked it because it looked rad. Okay, yeah, so that's a part of the skirt there. Also has a hinge. So good. So let's get the other one. I saw recently that there was a Zachtronics game about it building an off-brand Gundam. So it looked very cool. Also, if I'm remembering correctly, I think in one of the series there is a Gundam called Dom. I think it's the purple one. Sweet Gundam, exactly, Gumby. Okay. Is it going to... Oh, I know what we're about to do. I think well, first we're going to do the gun. Foamy Blaster. But I think then we're going to do, like, the pilot core. And we're going to use the seated pilot. So one thing I said earlier in the stream... One of the wonderful things is all of the parts are colored. We don't need to paint this. I would at some point maybe like to go in and do the edge painting where you like paint the lines to add some more contrast. I think that would be really fun. But one part that you are really meant to paint if you're doing this properly is the pilot, because it's just single color molded piece of plastic in the kit. I won't be doing that here today. So when we get to that point, I'll show off the little man again, but he's just like a little grey lump. So we need E18, E12, and E17. This is the E sheet. 18 is that piece. 17, which is that piece. 12, which is here. And then 21, but we'll do that next. Lucian says it looks like Dom is from Mobile Suit Gundam 24 through to 43. There you go. Yes, it was very rude of me, Mr. O. He's our grey lump. What is a man but a miserable grey lump? Ow. Squally says, you need to paint a grey lump blue. How much more expensive is blue plastic to the point where a lump of one solid color is too hard to manufacture? It's actually to do with the scale. So they're really, like, you see this yellow piece here? That's its own molded piece that we pushed into that red piece. However, with the pilot, as it's... I'll show you the pilot off now. I was going to show it off later, but the whole thing is like only a fraction larger than that little inlaid part, and it's all one piece. If it was like multiple pieces, I guess they could color it, but it's also never really seen. It lives inside the capsule. The Gunpla has a pilot. Yes. Yes. I think all Gundam are piloted. Maybe that's not true. Maybe there are some, like, automated ones. I actually don't know. Art says, when I was small, I never cared about the human characters in robot Gigan show films. To be honest, I'm the same way today. Ooh. I think I'm a little the opposite on that. So I specifically said if anybody's like interested to try Gundam and have never seen any Gundam, that I recommended War in the Pocket because it's only 6 episodes. It's like its own little contained story. And part of the reason I do like that one is because it focuses on a group of non-pilot kids in the middle of the war. So there's definitely a lot of talking in that one. But there's still a great amount of combat too. Also, yeah, I feel like in the like Showa era Godzilla films, which I'm a huge fan of, I like the human stories just as much as the big old kaiju scraps. We need to do another film club. Watching Mothra again was a treat. Okay, 17 as well. Completing this today seems simultaneously like it may be possible and maybe a little bit of a stretch. Based on the speed that I'm going, there is literally just a page and a half left to go. But I think we'll move faster through this than the last page, because it's mostly just accessories now. But to be fair, it took me a long time to do just one page, so maybe not. Art says, to clarify, I like talking robots and aliens. Humans are just boring. That sounds reasonable. Now we're talking, Squally. Man, Lucian, Digimon is another one of those things that I've never really gotten into that much, except I really enjoy the first movie. There's some lines in that, I think I've talked about this before on stream, but there are some lines in that film that make me laugh every time. There's like that one line... There's some line from like the truck driver when he almost hits the kid, and he's like, I was asleep. And then there's also the one in the convenience store. The paper or plastic line, so funny. That must be some pretty good chocolate. Alright, E12. I don't exactly remember now what the like truck driver says. Saban also did Digimon dub. Man, Disco is telling me some deep Saban lore today. As somebody who never watched the series or played the games, that Digimon movie is so weird. It is very apparent that it is like 3 movies stuck together. As a kid, though, I was fully in the Pokemon camp, to the point where I, like, just thought Digimon was a rip-off of Pokemon, which I know is not true or fair. Oh, weird. I just pushed... Hang on. I just pushed this piece. Hang on. I'm still trying to figure out whether closer or further away is better. I guess further away is in focus slightly more. That piece, like, pushed in separately. I don't know why that's not just molded that way. Oh, it says, wow, Dom, you were one of those fans. I really was. Like I say, I realize the error of my ways now. Okay, I think we can push these 2 bits together. Woohoo! And... weird. Oh, wild! Okay, I see now why we, pushed that bit in separately and it wasn't molded. It's like an exhaust valve or something on the gun that you can, like, flip out. But you would need little tweezer fingers to do it. Okay, E21. One here. Okay, let's get the edges of this clean. All right. Wait, this goes onto here? That doesn't uh-huh. There we go. That's going. Alright. Gun complete. Pretty short. Oh, is it like a little pistol? I don't know what that is. On to 26. We need D24 and 25. Hey, Grape Juice TV, aka Dallas, welcome to the stream. We're making a GUNPLA Gundam model kit. Okay, so that is 24, 25 as well. Also, one thing I would say, that Digimon movie, the artwork is beautiful for it. I don't know whether the cartoon, like the series, holds up, but it genuinely some really great animation in a way that Pokemon never could. Okay, so we now have the front and the back of the capsule, but I'm not going to push this together yet because we need PCM from here. These are really soft pieces, almost a little bit rubberized. So we need... I'll work out where this one sits. Ah, okay. This, like... Yeah, so we need 2 of those. Is there a kind of spacer or something? And then we need C4, which is the little pilot, and he's going to sit in there. Alright, let's do it. Let's cut him free. Okay, he's got a little bit of excess plastic on his leg. There we go. Alright, let's drop him in his seat. We're getting to such small parts here. Doubt you'll even be able to see what's going on. In fact, he's nice and high contrast against it. There we go. Look at him, he's in the little capsule. So, I've got the 2 spacers. And I guess we just enclose him in here. You can just about see him sitting inside there if I catch him with the light. Alright, that is stage 26 done. Moving on to 27, which is the other foamy blaster. I'm tired. Oh, movies. For some reason, YouTube blocked your comment. There we go. Unblocked it. Oof. Yeah, some of the plastic is noticeably tougher than the others. I guess that's partly to do with what they use it for, like where in the build it's used, and partly to do maybe with the color. Okay. 1 as well. Nice. They're asking us to snap those together straight away. It's very thin. Kind of weird they're asking us to snap it together because this has not got something in here yet. Hey Whooper, welcome to the stream. Ah, okay, because they're gonna put some kind of magazine or whatever in it later. Alright, nice. So, E10, E3, E4, all required here. E10 is here. E3 and 4 are here. How long's left of this playlist? I'm gonna put some Katamari music on. We're nearing the end of it. Excuse me, hang on, I'm gonna mute while I cough. Archie's comment made me laugh so much I had to cough. Yes, the secret Dom DM feature does still work, Arch. Trying to get rid of that little extra piece off here. Nice. 3 and 4 are here. Mr. Rose says, I'm looking at the Gundam separated in 2 parts. The poor guy looks like he was cut in half. Yeah, he's experienced a serious battle injury. Or let's just imagine it's still being assembled in the factory. Extremely fun someone. My first GUNPLA, but so impressed. Oh, interesting. So yeah, again, there's that little gap, so I guess this is gonna slide onto that. The construction of the accessories is quite different from the main body. So we need E16, E13, and E15. 15, 13, 16. Where's 16? Oh, it's there. It's that tiny piece. Dom, where are you going to put him? A desk for work as a neat little thing, or on a shelf to display? I have a shelf above my workbench that I think he would look perfect on. So most likely there. Such a tiny little piece. Oh yeah, that sounds great, someone. What's this from? This is so familiar. Oh, it's from Tetris Attack. Fair enough. Okay. The next one. It says, Dom, are you sure you're old enough to play with all these small parts? This is definitely a parental supervision kit. At the very least. Gumby says, so we're building this entire thing. I'm just gonna go until I don't want to go anymore. Like I said, I kind of intended to only go for about 2 hours today. But we're so close. I'm not gonna rush it though. If it looks like it's gonna take too long, but it's a lot quicker to move through the... It's a lot quicker to move through the accessories than it was to do the body. This gun is ridiculous. True Arch. Chat is supervising me. We're safe. Okay, so 28 slides onto 27. Ridiculous. And then E8 that I haven't cut off yet. Yeah? Oh wait, do we make... Hang on. Oh, right, we can pick and choose. I see, there's 2 variants here, it seems. We can either have this, or this, I think, if we prefer. Right. Right. Rufus says Dom has the most British hands I've ever seen. I'll take your word for it. This one doesn't actually fit on very well. Oh, hang on. That's why. There we go. Okay, so set that one aside. We do still need E8. Got them tea brewing grippers. How are my fingers? Why? There's something I don't know about? There's something I should know about my fingers? My fingers are fine. Or do you just mean because I'm working with little parts? Who says? He doesn't know. What have you been keeping from me, chat? Okay, so sliding this in here. As if we need to be able to, like, have interchangeable parts on the gun. Ridiculous. For E9. Dom's hands are always slightly out of focus, like the camera shots of cryptids and UFOs. They just like that. E9. Anyone wants footage? I messed up this finger when I was a kid. You see how it's crooked? Also, I've managed to, like... My fingers get kinda dry at this time of the year. E9. Got those piano fingers. Yeah, my my wingspan is pretty good on the piano. Nice! Crooked finger gang, someone. Ridiculously detailed. Alright, moving on to the shield. We need C5. Isn't hard to miss. Triple check, yep. I think whatever happens, I'll wrap up at 1/2 the hour at the latest. So even if we haven't finished, going for about 40 minutes at max. Nice. D14. 14. Oh man, I gotta blow my nose. Give me 1 sec. Ugh, colds are so annoying. Man, we're a whole chat of crooked pointer fingers. Yeah, so D14, this one here. Okay. So this piece and this piece are going to join at a right angle, but we need PCD in order to do that. That one, that's the very last one of this type. Still a few more things on here though that we haven't used yet. So we're going to put D into here. What? That's fiddly. Where are my tweezers? Oof, that's a really fiddly fit. There we go. Perfect. See ya, Lord of the Sixth String. Hope you have a good rest of the day for hanging out. Also, it isn't going to attach at a right angle. It was just showing it side on so we could see where to position the CD piece. There we go. Snaps onto the back like that. So we're going to need A2. And we're also going to need A4. So A2 is this clear piece, a little window, and A4 is the front of the shield. Before I do that, I'm going to put the Yes, We Love Katamari soundtrack on. Yeah, let's go for that. Oh no, advertisements. Advertisements. Bear with me. I'm going to wait for this to finish before unmuting. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay. This is some real final stretch music. You have 30 seconds to save your cat's life. Nice. See, Mr. O. Thanks for hanging out. I haven't had a Voxy ad in a long time. I know, this song's incredible. Yes! Alright, where's the... Okay. I'll need this in a minute. Where is the... What? That one. Okay, so I need G12 and G2. Got two of those in case we mess it up. Yeah, movies. I was getting the Voxy mobile ads for a long time, basically every time, but they've just disappeared all of a sudden. Why are you building a coffin? Nice. There's 12. Voxy finally sent him a cease and desist. Is it a personalized ad thing based off internet cookies? Probably. Although I'm not in the market for a new mobile network provider, so it was wasted marketing money. Okay, so this goes onto here, sort of lightsaber hilt. And then we just need one of these two, but it's nice that we get a spare. Oh man, chat! I heard an amazing Mappy remix that I'd not heard before the other day. It's off one of the like old Namco like compilation CD albums. And it's just a very good remix of Mappy. I was familiar with that album, but I'd never listened to that track. Is the entire Wheel of Katamari soundtrack a cappella? Crash Twin Sanity's OST is entirely a cappella. I did not know that, Squally. This is MF Dom at 100% power. Oh, this is kind of annoying to work with. This, he's here. I can't get the, this plastic off because it's a very different material. It kind of doesn't cut with the scalpel. I'm sure if I keep working it, it will. There we go. Nice. Alright, we can put it together now. So it is capsule first. And then we go There we go. Yeah. Only me and you will know. There's a funny little grey lump inside here. Okay. Give him the little laser sword. Holds very nicely because of the articulated fingers. Sweet. Alright, let's see what's on the final page. I guess it's going to mostly be like where to put the stickers and... Yep. Letting you know where you can put the gun. Ooh, there are still a couple of parts we need for the shield though. So we need D8 and 12. As well as... okay. Aha! That's why it gave us 2 lots for... Construction of 32. You can kind of mix and match. Yes, Arch, we were talking about exactly that earlier in the stream. I was talking about, like, back when Lego had stickers, I would never ever apply them. I just hated the process. I say back when Lego had stickers. I guess maybe some kits still have stickers, I don't know. I feel like Lego has like more printed parts than they used to though. Yes, they were also very unadhesive. Yeah, one of the things I was talking about is like, if you place a sticker and you realize it's not straight, so you unpeel it to try and place it straight, and then maybe you get it a little bit straighter, but it also won't stick back down. That's such a bad feeling. Nice. Little antenna for his shoulder pack as well. So yeah, we need D8 and D12. Yeah, this mostly looks like... Oh wait, so you can like fold up the gun and put it on his hip, I guess? Maybe I'll want to do later, but we'll see. It really is just these two parts for here remain. Where is the sticker? Oh, that. It's been all painted with the edge painting and the red on the inside of the boosters. And a bit of green up there too. Very nice. This is about the decals. Maybe I'll try it, I don't know. I'm very scared at the idea of stickers. D8. Nothing left on that. Nice spare parts on here. Got an extra little guy on here, I guess if we want to pose him next to the Gundam. Yeah! What's the deal with that, Arch? Stickers that are meant to be applied over multiple bricks. That should be illegal. There's D8. Alright. So, D8. Wait, what is this D26? Oh, I think that's for the fold-up gun. D12's here. Oof. Oof, yeah, squally. Messing up a sticker that you can't unpeel and knowing it's wrong. That's a bad feeling. There's so many ways that stickers can go wrong. Okay, so... okay, we only need... I think we only need D8 or D12, depending on whether we want it to be mounted in a certain place, so... Hang on. Yeah, right. I guess I'll go with D12. D8 or D12, are we playing D&D now? Nice! In fact, I think I want D8 because it would be nice to have him pointing forward to it with it. Get back on there, arm. Very nice. Oh, this rocks. Yeah, okay, let's take a look at the sticker situation and we'll decide. That's the construction complete. We can give him his gun here, or his sword if you want to. The idea of giant guns is very funny. Like that they don't just have a mounted gun. Oh, I need to put his finger through the little thing. There we go. Got his foamy blaster now. Doesn't seem like I can grip that very well, actually. Probably something I'm missing here. Oh yeah, there we go. Better, I think. Neat. Okay, so let's put these back in the box, and I'm going to take a look at the stick pack. Ooh, I need some scissors to get into here. Give me a sec. Alright, let's take a look at our choices. They were backed on two different colors, actually. And these ones are minute. They're so tiny. They're like caution stickers. I wonder why these are on a different... Oh! Oh, they're transfers. Are they? I think they're transfers. Oof. Okay, we're not going to deal with transfers. That's even more terrifying. No jumper percent today. I'm running a little hot. I'm still recovering from this cold, and I think my temperature's up. I've not had even a slightest inkling of putting on my jumper today. Okay, where's the... Right. Oh, man. So, I think that there goes there. There's two of them, so if we mess up... Hey, Mustard! It's so scary. Okay, let's do it. Can't even separate it from the back, honestly. I'm glad that we get 2 attempts of this. Take the gun out of his hand now. His hand out of his hand, apparently. So precise. Okay. I kinda got it. I think that's pretty much accurate. Looks straight. I mean, it doesn't look straight on the camera, but it's running parallel to the edge. But I managed to ruckle up the corner there in a way that's a bit annoying. Yeah, that's okay. I wonder what that even is. So that's obviously one of the blasters. I guess it's one of those tiny little caution labels. Right, yeah, let's do the shield. So we've got the emblem, and then it would be the EFSF logo, but I don't want to use the transfer ones. This is going to be really scary because I need to center it on here, and there's no indication of where the correct center is. Whatever will be with this. Oh, oh. Nope, that doesn't look good. They're fairly forgiving stickers, from my experience so far. Oh, look at that! I think I got it. It's okay. It's not great. I don't think it's gonna come off though. I destroyed it. Man, I will only have the, like, water transfer ones to do this with. Nah, messed it up. Bad. This is the thing with stickers. They're impossible. My Lego trauma immediately coming back to me. Okay, that'll have to do. Placement's not great. Could be worse, but I don't love it. Oh, look at that one. That's amazing. Those tiny little ones. So it's that one. These ones are a little bit easier to place because you can follow the lines of the suit. That one that was just sort of like free floating in the middle of the armor, the shield, sorry. Truly terrifying. Yeah, there we go. That one was actually first try. That rocks. Spot on. Then it also wants... Okay, there's no way you're going to be able to see this on the stream. Hang on. Let me try my best to show this one off. Okay, so this here is a sticker. It's a yellow label with some text on it that's pointing to a white square. And that's going to go on the side of the chest here. And I think it's like showing you where you press to get inside the cockpit. Okay, so I'm gonna have to shuffle things around a little bit here. Oh no, Arch! Oh, I had it, but it wouldn't come off the tweezers. I know you can't see this right now. There we go. Perfect. Another one very nicely stuck. Yeah, let's do two on the shoulder. And then we'll maybe call it here. We'll of course take a look at Gumby's video as well before we wrap up. Oh, it's honestly been so long since I played through any of the Katamaris. I really need to play through them again. That I did first try. Oh, we can't put the EFSF sticker on because that's also a slip one. That's a shame. Can put the little emblem on the back though. Very happy with that one too. I think I'm getting the knack of this. Okay, so we need two hazard ones above the thrusters. It was the pressure of mustard being here, that's clearly it. Okay, one down. Nice! Again, pretty good going. There's so many warning labels on the back of it. Don't put your fingers in its knees. Okay, I might as well do this last four, seeing as we're feeding through these. There we go. Nice, 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 nice. Whew. This whole build has been so peaceful. And then stickers. Honestly, nailed it. Okay, it's just the two back here now. It is wild to me that they give you so many of these, and they only give us one of the one on the shield, which seems like the most visible and the easiest to mess up. That is cruel. Ah, that's not flush. Yes, he is unarmed. I hope I'm not accidentally sticking my head in the camera now. I was having to really lean over to see the positioning there. Whoops. Ah, man, I had that and then I shifted it ever so slightly. You know what, I'm not gonna worry about that. Nice, 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 nice. Not bothered about that. Can't do that one because it's a slip one. Done those. So wait, I guess I can just pick what numbers I want to put on him. I guess I'll go with the one on the box? Go with the numbers on the box. Oh, they don't give him numbers on here. I guess you can put the numbers up here, but... Alright, in that case, I won't. What a shame that we can't put the EFSF one on there. That would have been great. There we go. We're complete. We made it to the end of the build. No catastrophes. No disaster. I mean, the closest to a disaster was the shield. I'm not happy with that sticker at all. Pop his arms on. There we go. Shield goes here. Arm goes here. Finish! A new record! Look at that. Ah, very fun. Have him kneel down. The arm fell off. I'm wondering whether I should have snipped a little bit more off the end of those stems there. Those seem to be the weak point. Current design. Look, the skirt moves out of the way so that you can really pose him. Cool! Alright, let's watch that Gumby video and we're gonna finish up. Fun build. Really, really easy from start to finish. All things considered. Yeah. I don't plan on making any more Gundam anytime soon, but it's good to have this one built. Perhaps I will come back and do the edge painting that I mentioned. If I'm feeling particularly brave and I can find the correct kit for it. Yeah, great stuff. Okay, we rejig some stuff on my end. I can show you my screen. For Gumby's video post now. There it is. Whoa. Gumby's been continuing their animation streak. Probably just switch over to desktop. Mario jump scare, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna give it a like before I've even seen it. How confident I am of the Gumby seal of quality. We do love you, Katamari, but quiet now. Alright, let's give this a watch. I have not seen this previously. Maybe I've seen some little teasers that Gumby's been posting. They are relating to this video, though. I love the camera moves. Uh-oh. Oh, Mario. Hey, look at that. Oh, Mario. That was great, Gumby. I think my favorite touch might have been this little wobble once Mario jumps into the ship. Is there even like a little bit of like squash and stretch going on for Mario? Hang on. Once he gets up here. Okay, jumping up. Do you like streak him? I could have sworn you did. Ah, look! There we go. Just one frame to show that force there in that movement. Enough to push the ship. Ah, so good. A really nice touch. And good sound effect usage. Nice! Thank you for showing me that, Gumby. It is now time to wrap up, I think. I will see you all tomorrow for the GBG community stream. I am very much looking forward to it. Hopefully my cold will have gone entirely by then. So my hearing will have returned. And yeah, it was good fun. I hope you enjoyed watching me build a Gunpla. And I hope to see you again soon. Catch you on the Discord. Bye-bye.